Man, drop that shit for these fuck niggas.
Big Georgia really is. Cause like growing up here, I didn't know about Alsina until college time.
I drive 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't hear about a lot of them areas until it was time to talk about college.
Off the interstate.
Exactly.
See, they're not even.
Right.
Bree, they're not even off at interstate. Like,
Oh no.
Is that Austin?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
We got like
Take a minute. It's just weird because, like we just said, we didn't hear about none of that until it was time for college.
Shit did not exist. I might have heard of Augusta.
Right. I think after about McDonough, it's about where it stopped.
Y'all did.
Macon is Savannah. That's the shit.
I knew about Macon just because Macon.
Bro, I know so many smaller counties.
I know, it's a lot of them down there. Like,
You literally drive 10 minutes, you in another county, another city. It's crazy.
10.
Literally.
Everything is so far down there.
10 minutes.
You said in another city?
I mean,
What do you mean by city?
And county.
States go 12 minutes to another county to go get alcohol.
True. See, it's just different. I don't even think about that, talking about going from DeKalb to Gwinnett. Because what part of DeKalb? What part of Gwinnett? Like, what you mean?
That's a whole like.
Yeah, like it's so different.
Like,
How long you been living over there?
I'm trying to get out.
Word.
I want to go to another state or out of the country. I don't know where. Considering Canada, but I don't know.
What's up?
I kind of want to go out west, so.
You don't think you miss family too
Oh,
much?
I know I will. Absolutely.
That shit different, bro. That shit different. So what's going on, man? It's Short Change Podcast.
so you are gonna smoke on camera?
And when you grow, hold on. Nah. It's bigger than me. This shit
I wasn't
bigger
even
than me,
gonna.
though.
Hey, I said something once. That's all I was gonna do.
He just agrees.
It's been a
Like
long
literally
day.
got the blunt and started talking. Like it was the mic.
I guess because I turned the music off.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas just ready to go. Risking it all.
Man, Jay done got a cut.
A little bit.
Shit, I feel like you should pop it out since you got a cut, my nigga. Goddamn.
You got a cut too,
Put a
though.
light on you, no, but it's been a while.
You got a
So
cut too, bro.
you walked in here with
Like it's a celebration.
a different aura around you today, so I didn't know if you was gonna take shit over today.
All right.
You had a little limp in your walk when you walked up and whatnot, so.
I don't know about all that. But it feels good to clean up a little bit, though. It feels good to clean up a little bit.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Short Change Podcast, episode 14. We rocking and rolling. Big homie Fife in the building, not in the building today, you know. But big homie Jay here,
What up?
fresh
I ain't
cut.
in the building though. He said I'm not.
You in the building, but you ain't in the. You know that.
Yeah.
We got Fife here though. And last but not least, we got the homie Terica stopping through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She came to pop shit with us today. We got some good topics, and of course, Rob Moore in the building. So what y'all been listening to lately, man? What y'all been vibing to, Jay?
Well, you already know me, man, so I'm rocking out with Westside Gun, man.
The Fly God is an
That's
awesome
your
guy
man.
too.
Yeah, so been bumping that. You know, it's not as good as Pray for Paris, but it's still solid, you know what I'm saying? So,
Word.
I mean, I've been spinning it front to back over and over again. So,
Word.
yeah, that's straight.
Word.
Check it out.
You know I checked it out. You done got me hooked on them boys, so I checked it out, man. And it's real smooth. He's a music curator, bro. He puts these tapes together well, and you know, like you said, it's not as top tier as Pray for Paris, but it's well put together. I love the skits, bro. I love the skits, and the dude. So the features weren't big names. as they were on Pray for Paris. But the one guy who really stuck out the whole tape, who had the most features, Stove God. Are you familiar with him?
Nah, it's my first time ever hearing him.
The nigga spitting though, right?
Yeah,
that nigga spitting. And honestly, I don't know what you think, but he sound like Fred the Godson, the one that just passed from COVID.
Yeah.
It's a lot of New York rap. You don't listen to this type of shit, do you? I figure. We're gonna put you on a little game. You know what I mean? It's an acquired taste, drug dealer rap. Some niggas that used to sell cocaine, done went to prison, came home, and they just happen to have a knack for rapping. So you know what I mean? They up and coming group.
Yeah. He got a good little niche, because it's like, you're talking that drug shit, but it's like in combination with luxury rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the beat selection is crazy. I mean,
Beat selection crazy, bro.
The flow is crazy, and one thing that you said that I did like was the fact that this, I guess this album, I don't know, like we talked about the album versus mixtape shit, but you had a lot of lesser known people on there.
Word.
So kind of giving them a chance to shine, as opposed to Pray for Paris, which was all big name features.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what's probably really impressive to me is the turnaround time, like, cause Pray for Paris ain't come out that long ago.
That shit ain't 3 months old yet.
Exactly. So the fact that he was able to drop a quality project like Pray for Paris, and then turn it around that quick and drop something else that's pretty good, I mean, that's solid.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, bro. Westside, he applying pressure, bro. He making sure Griselda is constantly in people's conversations and in their ears.
The boys is gonna blow up. Like,
I'm
much bigger than they are right now.
I agree. I'm excited for Benny taping. You know, with them dropping every month or so, like that go back to that saying. What I forgot who said it. Don't leave while you're hot. That's how they screwed up.
Yeah.
Hey, they popping right now, so why not keep dropping? We had some ladies drop today though. Snow Allegra dropped her. She dropped the track. Y'all check that out. You mess with Snow a little bit?
Mm-mm.
You don't mess with her at all?
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Snow Allegra is? That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
That's fine. As long as you like don't know who it is, you don't fuck with her.
No disrespect saying she ain't dope or who they're not dope. I just don't know who.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna send you a tape, let you get hip. But she dropped a single today. It was pretty good. I mean, I hadn't gotten to digest it like I would like to, but I like it. You know what I mean? It was a good song. What you think about it?
I ain't heard it, to be honest with you.
You ain't heard it?
But I mean, her music is quality. You know what I'm saying? Her last album, it was pretty solid. Smart.
I think I could say it's a continuation of that.
So it was like the same vibe then, pretty much?
Not even the same vibe. Like the production was a different vibe, but the quality was there.
Okay.
In my opinion. Did you peep Fife?
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Fucking weird. That Fife who put me on.
I thought it was gonna be a tape though.
I did
like
too.
when everybody was talking about.
So I did too.
It's just a single.
Yeah,
so when I was looking for that shit, I was like, she don't have no tape, and I scrolled a little farther and seen it was a single, and I got a little sad.
Yeah,
I definitely thought it was gonna be at least like 5 songs.
Yeah, just a
The
little
niggas was like summer and snow dropping, so I'm like, oh shit, summer and snow dropping.
Niggas had you hype.
Yeah, I was lit. It's okay.
I was too. I know everybody in here checked out Summer's project though. You checked out Summer project?
I did listen to her project. I listened to it twice. Actually, I was working and it was playing in the background. So I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like hooked to it like I was for her other stuff. I liked the first song. I can't remember the name of the first song, but
it just came out today. We ain't sure.
I know I can't remember the name of it.
Let It Go.
Let It Go, yeah.
I like that one. I played that one a few times. But the rest of it, I gotta go back and take a second and listen to it.
Yeah.
I really wanted to listen to the track with SWV to see really what it's hitting on.
I was fooling with that one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Any 90s reference, you damn near gonna at least get me to listen. You make a 90s reference.
Yeah.
What you thought about that shit, Fife? You peeped it?
I didn't get all the way through it. I might have heard 2 or 3 songs. 2 of them were cool. One of them I didn't like. I don't remember. I don't know which one it was. It was one of these Noah songs. I just don't know which one it was. It was alright though.
Oh, the White Tee song.
He got 2 songs on here. I don't know which one it was.
Oh, that's the name of the feature artist?
Yeah.
He on the SWV song. Like, it's one of, I don't know. It might not be White Tee. I don't know what it is.
Got you. Yeah, what you thought about it, Jay?
Hey, ain't even gonna hold you, but I heard that shit.
You ain't heard it?
But I ain't listened to the last album either, so.
Oh, you ain't listened to that? Hey,
I'm
nah.
gonna keep it a buck with y'all.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it funny.
And also,
really
it's not for me, like, her music is not made for me. like, and I can enjoy a couple tracks of it. Like,
Right.
she's talented and everything, but even when I enjoyed tracks off her last album, but I never played it myself. Like,
So you kind of heard it by association through other people hearing it, right?
Yeah, I checked out the last album. It was smooth. I replayed it. The one with Usher, my favorite track on the last album.
I love that one too.
So do you listen to Summer like pretty?
I listen to her. I'm not. Now I play her last project often enough, but I only play the songs that I like, of course. So I definitely like the song with Usher. Summer, I think her and London on the track. They do a lot of references to either early 2000s or late 90s stuff.
A lot of those
so
songs.
it can resonate with me a little bit more because that's kind of the music that I enjoy the most. So
Gotcha.
I definitely enjoy those parts of her projects, and whether it's her EPs or her albums. But some of her music, I understand it's not for everybody because it sounds like this kind of like young, dumb, and in love type of vibe. And
that's how I was about Kalani at first. Like I like your voice, but as far as your projects go, like they're a little immature.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
When you get a little older, like I might start to vibe with that shit.
Yeah.
But nothing against neither one.
So
of
I
them.
mean,
not
like,
at all.
like the content, like
That's it. Like
Okay.
nothing against them, but I mean, I know as far as I go, I'm pushing 30 niggas. So it's a lot of shit that I'm just not there.
Exactly. Even the song with Usher, like come through. I ain't coming through nowhere, bruh. I'm not doing that. So I like the song. I like the song because I can relate to it from early Usher, and I love Usher. But I can't relate to what you're saying. Sorry.
Oh, so you one of them ones like it's a certain time of night a man can't even really be texting you
Absolutely
like that.
not.
Oh, okay.
For what?
For why? For why? Okay.
Nah.
What if he just you was on his mind, wanted you
I
to
was
sleep?
on your mind at 2 p.m. in the day.
Okay, so if you had been talking to him throughout the day, and then say for instance y'all stopped communicating around 5 p.m. then he hit you about 10:17.
You should probably hit me the next day around 10:17 a.m.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm keep it real. Nigga be sleep like 9 p.m. anyway. So I ain't hitting nobody up late.
But that's not to say I'm definitely not gonna answer nobody's text. If I'm in something committed with someone, why not? But if you're
if a guy trying to get to know you,
why are you hitting me up late at night?
I'm saying maybe y'all done been on a couple of days and he wanna, you know what I mean? Hey, T, I was thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? I hope you have a nice night, good night, or some shit like that.
I respond to this.
It ain't always
The next morning.
I mean, that's long as you respond.
Yeah,
that's probably something you like to wake up to see, right? Wouldn't that put a smile on your face after you wipe the eye boogers out your eyes?
Maybe. It depends.
She tough cookie,
There's nothing to tell about what she said.
She tough cookie. I'm saying normally from my experiences that shit like that make.
How long you been in a relationship?
Yeah, you right. Yeah, I guess the bar has changed since
We almost 30.
Yeah.
God damn.
This is true.
Like I'm trying to be your late night hit
Nigga
up.
better stay where it's shallow.
Not trying
Like.
to be that. Like,
Yeah,
But now I get her point. What she's saying is, if you hit me at 10:30, I'm not coming through. Like, I'm not gonna jump up.
I might talk to you in the morning, and I'm not like
Y'all better work this out.
That really is young shit.
Why would
Like,
you be impressed by that? Like, did that make you feel good? It don't make me feel shit.
No, not at all.
That shit definitely give me like Georgia Southern vibes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Word, I get that. So okay, yeah, and
College shit.
she is like what?
She's young. Summer Walker's young.
Yeah,
I want to say she's 24. I could be wrong, but I think
She might.
like she under.
I don't even think she's 24.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I feel like
somewhere
she's
in
like
that range,
22,
I guess.
maybe.
Yeah.
So it sounds age appropriate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
For somebody's age.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit.
Well, Juice WRLD dropped today.
I saw
that.
that.
Was the saddest shit I ever heard. It was really sad.
Damn.
He was just talking about being sad and a drug addict. Like really, really sad.
How was it though? Was it good?
R.I.P. Juice WRLD, man.
It was sad, bro. Like,
So it wasn't good.
I'm not saying that, but the feeling that I left with was sad. Like every song is about being addicted to drugs, being depressed, and being about to die soon. Like, and then he's shed. So what I left with, like, did he sound great? Yes. The shit is sad as fuck.
Damn.
Well, so I know to skip that tape, man.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna listen to it, but I'm definitely not.
I feel it. Had you know who Juice WRLD was though?
I've heard of him. I did try to listen to one of his previous something songs
Yeah.
project. It didn't resonate with me.
Yeah, it's
Acquired, like another one that's not for everybody.
yeah, for sure. I think the only other thing I listened to, another Griselda guy off the roster, Benny the Butcher. He dropped a little Lucy Deal or No Deal.
Yeah. What you think?
I liked it, bro. It's still it's giving us raw cocaine bars over hard beats. And I wish I could get tired of it, but for some reason I can't get tired of that shit, bro.
Me either, bro.
You fucking with it?
Still spinning that shit.
You fucking with it, man. Shout out to Griselda, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all motherfucking doing, man. Shit, what's been going on in social media lately?
Whoa. One more music.
Talk to me.
So speaking of like posthumous albums, like they had Juice WRLD shit.
Oh, how can I
Had the
forget?
Pop Smoke album too.
She
And
won't fuck with the Woo.
exactly, man. So, I thought it was good for a posthumous album. You know, it's always tough to tell like how much work the artist actually put into the album coming out like it did. You know what I'm saying? Since obviously it's not with us, but it had a whole lot of features on it. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at it, Quavo, Lil Baby, The Baby, Sway Lee. Quavo's on it twice actually. Future, 50 Cent, you know, Tyga. I mean, there's a bunch of people on there. So
Sounds like my nightmare.
I think I can't really say if this is how he would have wanted it or not. You know, because just listening to some of his previous, you know, projects, it wasn't like this. You know, it wasn't all like those big name features. It was all like, you know, smaller local, you know, New York artists for the most part.
Right.
You know, so who's to say like maybe he was going in that mainstream direction and the same shit would happen anyway.
Word.
But
Yeah.
ain't no telling.
Yeah, I tried it out off the strength of, you know, we was probably gonna be talking about it. That's probably why I tried it out. And then you hit me to it, so I'm like, I didn't like him initially when you hit me to him, but I'm gonna give him another spin. Maybe something catch me in. I like a couple of songs, especially on the top half. Now that you said that, you know what I mean, this most of it was put together after his death.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, is that why, in my opinion, the bottom half don't sound as good as the first half? I don't know if you know how they laid out the track.
Wasn't there a lot of songs on it though?
There was a lot of songs on that
But
shit.
you talking about the
Which I-
last few songs that are like samples?
Yeah, like the samples cool, but like
Those
damn.
are definitely his songs, because I know the one, I forgot what song he sampled, but someone leaked it and they were saying it was supposed to be on the album. So I know, I get what you're saying. The beginning sounds like a 50 Cent album,
Yeah,
and the end sounds like Pop Smoke.
Right.
wow.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just always tough to tell. Like, you know, a lot of tracks don't make the cut for an album. And he wasn't here to choose it himself.
Yeah.
So it could have been a bunch of bullshit on there that wasn't supposed to make it or not. But
True.
it is what it is at this point.
Did you fuck with it?
I haven't listened to it yet, but I do plan
You
to.
plan to?
Just because of all of the hype that's been around it on social media, so I said I was gonna check it out.
So from what I'm gathering, like you don't necessarily jump to listen to whatever's hot.
Not at all.
I did that. So
Not at all.
so
What do you took listen to?
what's been in your
I
rotation?
still like today's music just doesn't really resonate with me. Like the stuff that's hype and people like to play when you go out and stuff. Like I listen to some of it. Like I like the
I like
Baby.
that shit though.
I like Roddy Ricch. Who else? There's a few other people that's slipping my mind right now that I enjoy. But I'm not eager to listen to nobody. I still listen to like the older R&B stuff. I resonate a little bit more with that. But I'm not just a super music connoisseur like that. I just like what I like, and what I don't, I just don't fuck with it.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I think we all can agree that 90s R&B we grew up to is one of one. And you really ain't gonna, you know what I mean, top that. But Pop Smoke album was solid. I mean, for what it's worth.
For what it's worth.
It wasn't bad. Like my ears didn't bleed and shit like that. But I probably only pick a couple songs off of it.
It's like, you know, in memory of, you know, in honoring his life type deal. You know what I'm saying?
More so like a playlist kind of. That's what I would
say
say.
that.
Yeah. So shit, is that it for new music? What else dropped? That's it? Y'all know anything else?
Shit, I don't know.
Well shit, man, I know what I want to jump into, goddamn. Jada
Oh, shit.
Pinkett Smith
Yes.
and August Alsina, man. August Keisha Cole, I should have cheated Alsina.
I'm gonna have to be honest. today's Red Table Talk episode,
Get into it.
I was shocked.
You were shocked?
I was shocked.
You didn't think she did that shit?
Mm-mm.
So let me ask you this. Before she dropped her episode today, did you think they had, well, excuse me. So you didn't think anything he said was true?
I'm not going to say that I didn't think anything he said was true. I thought that it was a play on words to a degree. I thought that he was trying to, I shouldn't say he was trying to, I thought that he was using a play on words to insinuate certain things without saying what it was. And so I was trying to listen to the interview a little bit more to try to pick pieces apart. And then when she came with her interview, I was like, bitch.
She wrecked you, huh?
We was rooting for you, you know?
Damn.
But it's not that I want to discredit or disregard what she had to say, because I think her and Will and their relationship exists on a different plane than maybe I or a lot of us can understand. But
Agreed.
Maybe it's just something different that I don't understand.
And I would agree with that, man. Jay, what
I mean, I just think, you know what I'm saying, for so many years, everybody been talking about that Jada Will love.
That Jada Will love, Cole made a
relationship
song
goals and
about
all
it,
that shit.
which is
And
weird to me, but
Yeah, but to see something like that come out, I mean, it just kind of brings them back down to earth. They regular ass people.
I mean, but at the same time, for more years than people have been saying that Jada and Will love, people have been saying they're in an open relationship. Like, that's really old news as fuck. Like, for as long as it's been said. So, like, even though I don't know these people personally, after it gets said so many times, like, it's hard to not believe that it's a nugget of truth in that shit. So, like, nothing about it seems shocking to me.
That's very important.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, I had been hearing that, but I don't be giving a fuck. Like, they will put out a good movie, yes or no. That's all I really about. So, and then too, August, you went outside behind that coon, dog. And Jada, god damn it, man, this shit is just ugly. I watched the Red Table today. You know, I watched August. August, you went outside, man. You really went fed on Jada. Like, what did you gain from that? I honestly think it was
Federal as fuck. And first of all, not only that, he's been doing this. Like,
Really?
even in that interview when he said, I kept it silent, like, I ain't say nothing. Nigga, you put out a song last year and you've been talking about this shit. Like,
used her middle name or
how
something
did you
crazy
keep it
shit.
silent? I don't understand.
He went fed, man, bro.
I
like,
know it was like that.
He been doing the fucking most.
Wow.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you the funniest part about this whole shit though. It is funny, but I have to admit, it has me kind of intrigued. My man said he was ready to go get in a casket and be lowered down 6 feet from having experienced a love such as that. I would like to see it.
What? I didn't hear all
see
that.
it.
No, he said that
Yeah, bro. Like, he said he was ready to leave this earth right now.
because he knew he felt what he felt with her.
Yeah, he said he
So
done
do you still
experienced.
feel
Boy, that
like
is some
Jada
wild shit.
manipulated him?
That is some wild shit.
You asking Bree, right?
Yeah.
This is Bree's. Okay, because I was ready to jump out my body.
What is your response to though?
I'm gonna let Bree go.
Yeah.
Do I think she manipulated him intentionally? No. I think she was also in a low place and they just kind of, misery needs company. But at the same time, I still have high standards for her. So it's like, sis, at some point you should have been like, I know good and well this man don't need another heartbreak.
I just feel like you should not go to Jada Pinkett Smith if you need life help. You need to go to a therapist.
He should have
Like,
let Ayana. He
who
should
the
have let
fuck is
Ayana
she?
fix it.
Like, no, don't let her either. Like,
I was being funny.
And
I was
I'm
being
saying that
funny.
because I do believe that he has like real shit going on. He's
Yeah.
been through a
That's what I'm
lot.
saying. Yeah.
So
Right.
you need to go talk to somebody real. She is an actress.
Cute one, but
I think that's what kind of bothers me. Like the whole, he's a son to us, and the whole time you
the
ride
whole
his
time she was
backwards,
using
right?
that coon.
That shit kinda weird.
Yeah, that's the part for me
That's
where I
nasty.
feel like it was a manipulation. Like I feel like she knew what she was doing, but then on the other hand, if she was so unhappy and so wanting to be wanted, maybe she was
in
in a low place, too.
I feel like a lot of older women fuck with younger niggas. Like,
Right.
what's the oldest woman that y'all have fucked with?
Shit.
That's a rhetorical question, right?
When I was telling you,
Yes.
when I was,
I'm just saying, like, that's not abnormal. Y'all don't even have to answer.
Oh,
That's not
okay.
abnormal to for a younger guy to fuck with an older.
it's actually like a rite of
proof back.
passage, damn near.
I've heard wild shit about
Me
that,
too.
like at a young age. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that it's right, but it is like not abnormal.
Yeah.
I think she just wanted to feel
Still is
pretty
cultural.
and young. Like she wanted her little groove
The
back.
whole,
That's
like,
really what it was.
Man.
Their relationship was weird, like, cause I did believe they were fucking, but do you remember during that time, like, he was being really weird with his hair and he was
Yeah.
like, wearing the beads and shit.
She's weird though.
He was being super creepy.
Man, hey, oh, this shit. First of all, I have, and which is, I'm a fucked up individual. I shouldn't have been entertained by this shit as I've been. I've been getting some good laughs from this shit, but Jada was dead ass wrong, man. She used that coon.
Why you say she was there? I don't know.
That man,
Dead wrong?
clearly that man is fucked up, bro. That man is fucked up. The whole situation with his siblings dying and him having to take care of his nieces and all the shit he's been exposed to, and then like they came as
She's
wolves
not
dressing.
dead wrong. These are human beings who
Yeah.
Yeah, you right.
consensually had a relationship.
exactly.
The only thing I think about is that
It
he
was
is literally the
manipulative. She's not
same
dead
exact
wrong,
age
though.
as me. And if we talking 4 years ago, Jada Pinkett walk up on me or Will Smith walk up on me like, come on. Like, I'm what, that's
Listen, I just
22, 23
Like,
years old?
that's probably
What?
been his dream girl since he was a jit. Like, we was
Hell
watching
yeah.
Low Down Dirty Shame.
Peaches, come on, stop playing with the little
So I can see
joint.
why you would say she dead wrong, because like again the expectation was there, like we expect better from you, but at the same time
In
I mean, she-
real
we're
life.
still talking about two human beings.
The part that got me though, how old Jada? Jada what, close to 50?
For,
Jada got on Red
She gotta
Table
be
today.
close to 50.
Is it 50?
Son, Jada got on Red Table today and said pretty. I don't know what she said verbatim, but what I pulled from it was I used August for some dick and healing, and
That's
like
not what she said.
it's not even close.
I know he just hears what he wants to. He
I swear that's what I heard.
Like,
She didn't say the dick part, but she
Rob
did say
said
she.
something, and he was like, I just feel like maybe they got into it. I'm like, nigga, where are you pulling this information from? Like, you are making up a story, bruh.
Bro, no, like when I was listening to it, she said something about the part where she wanted to feel good, and she did the most healing in that journey than she's ever done. I'm like, damn, but you just used it, man, for something.
No, I think they were healing together. They were both going. That's what I'm saying. I think it was a misery needs
I think-
company type of situation.
I think
And
they
I
were
think-
healing together, and then he got dumped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all,
Yeah.
they yoga, they
And that's
fucking,
what I'm
they
saying.
meditating, they doing all of
And from
that.
what she said, he chose to exit that partnership because of what was happening with her and Will.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
you're right.
rekindled.
You're right. You're right.
So I don't. That's what I'm saying. I
He
don't
was
think
consenting.
she was
It's two sides
finessing.
to everything.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody just dead.
Again,
He's not a victim
nigga,
like
you
that.
turning down Jada?
He ain't a villain. Yeah, but I'm also not going with Angela Yee.
Also,
And go-
He also was dropping an album.
Every time
Yes.
August come out with this shit, it's some music dropping, and that's
Yes.
another reason
Wasn't nobody checking for August
I can't
Alsina?
fuck with that either. That's corny too, though. I'm more disappointed in August than Jada. Be clear, bro.
I ain't
It's just-
disappointed, nigga. He been lame.
You respected it.
Well, I hadn't seen that up until this point. Like, oh, this nigga like really went fed behind Jada. Like
Yeah.
So y'all think it was like a publicity stunt?
Mm-hmm.
for him,
Yeah.
I think.
That's
so.
why
She
I
said it ended
trying
years
to
ago.
read into it. I was like, why is he coming out saying this? And what exactly is he
After
trying
4.5
to say?
years, yeah.
I didn't know he was on that type of shit.
That's what made it whack. Like, you should have
That
just
fame
kept
will
that
do
to
it to you,
yourself.
bro. You see, he got his shit fried like Keisha Cole in that I should have cheated video, bro. That fame will do some wild shit.
Damn, August.
Son, that fame.
That album trash.
I do want to say though too,
The
like.
last couple of projects he put out been trash, and I feel like
Not
that's
the
why.
one with Make It Home on it. Nah, that wasn't the last couple. That was like 2014 actually.
That wasn't on the first
Or
album.
16. Was that the first? What's that album
Bro,
called?
I ain't heard shit
Testimony.
worth keeping in my library since Testimony, for real.
Is that Testimony?
The
I think that's the
debut.
name of it.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
2014.
It is. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he did drop a few in between.
Yeah, bro. As soon as she put that coon in his life, he
Oh my god.
He sold his career for some pussy.
that's it. Yeah, he sold his soul, but
It just turned
I do-
so weird.
huh?
He got so weird.
Yeah, he did, bro. It's, And you know they say he was on the perkies and whatever bad, but
He look like
That's what I'm trying to figure out the timeline, because whenever they was healing, that shit wasn't working. Like, that shit was not working, because he was passing out all the time on stage from overdoses and shit.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you remember he kept
Was
passing
it
out.
like kidney failure at the same
It was
time?
all, I heard so
so
many
bad
different
at one
things.
point.
Yeah,
bro.
he
It
was having
like,
real life.
he was in like
issues.
ICU after.
He was in ICU for like 30
But then it was
days.
like, was it real health issues or was it the perkies you keep doing? Like, what you got going?
Yeah.
Them perkies was calling.
Shut up.
The perkies was calling. But Will Smith, man, you take all the time you need, my brother, because you look hurt at that red table today.
No.
Not only was
He was
not only was the table
no,
red,
like everyone
man,
on
that man
Twitter
was
is
teary-eyed,
saying he
man.
was like he looked so uncomfortable
was
and
teary-eyed.
stressed. I did not get that.
He looked like how he was looking in Pursuit of Happiness,
Okay.
but worse.
But just because he was teary-eyed, it's an emotional situation. They're
I think they be
living
high.
a trauma
see
point
what
of
they
their
saw.
life.
Yeah, you right.
So that doesn't mean that he was emotional about his wife having this whatever with August Alsina. It's just the trauma that was going on at that time.
Because he did say
Damn,
she did something.
the incident. The incident was 4.5 years ago. The issue is, bitch, you got me outside having to deal with this shit now. Like you, I told you to do your motherfucking thing.
No, I agree with her because
No.
he said, remember he was like, I thought I'd never speak to your ass again. Like he was dead ass
Yeah.
like upset. So I think it did trigger
Mm-hmm.
whatever was going on
That's
for him
normal.
to, yeah, like,
normal.
Cause Jada can only do what she can do. Like she ain't blow that shit up. She can't control that man.
Yeah.
Like, and 4.5 years later, I'm not expecting you to tweak the fuck out and tell all my business. Like
No,
that shit
I'm not,
ain't
yeah.
on my radar.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure. It's just at the same time though, Will like, damn, my nigga, you supposed to have this shit under control. Like I know in logic we can't expect her to have it under control, but
it was for 4 years.
it was, but it ain't today. And today is, you know what I'm saying?
People unpredictable. That shit could have came out.
I feel like number one thing he should have been upset about is that nigga talking about some he asked for permission and he approved. Don't disrespect that man like that.
I asked Will for my permission.
Don't disrespect that man like
Nigga
that.
said
He gave me his blessing.
To fuck his wife, get the fuck out of here. That's disrespectful.
Can you goddamn do something digital with my hair so I can be here? I want my shit with the blonde with the red. No?
I'm not doing that.
Damn. Well, I tried, man. But enough about this shit, man. I know you like the way Yeezy boosts and shit, man. You gonna vote for your nigga Ye?
Nigga, I ain't never bought no Yeezy boosts.
Don't wear no 350s around me.
Nigga, don't wear no 350s around
You
me.
feel me?
I'm just playing. I don't care what other people wear.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
your boy running for president though. What you think?
That ain't my boy for one, and it's a fucking mess, man. And then it's crazy. Well, it ain't crazy, but I find it funny that a couple days later, a report came out about him going through a bipolar episode. Like,
So you think it's tied together?
fuck Kanye, y'all. Fuck Kanye.
I echo that.
Fuck Kanye.
Fuck him.
Fuck Kanye,
Yeah.
nigga.
Here's my thing. Like, first of all, every time Kanye does something that's received negatively, they pull out he's bipolar. Do I think that Kanye West is bipolar? Absolutely. Do I think that that's an excuse for the way that he acts and behaves? Absolutely not.
Right.
Just because you're bipolar doesn't mean you're just fucking erratic all the time. It doesn't change your belief system. Goddamn, so. And he still to this day has not apologized for the things that he said. Which, if you are in the middle of a bipolar manic episode, you don't mean that shit. So you apologize for that shit, like when you touch back into reality. And not only that, he got this family around him that I don't know if they're making him go to a therapist and making him stay on his medication, but this man been bipolar for 10 years that we've known of. Get on a fucking treatment plan. Like, you got all the resources. It's people fucked up out here.
Yeah.
You don't get to play victim because your bad behavior didn't go over this time. You don't get to be the victim.
But at the same time, it's like, as someone who doesn't and has never dealt with mental health issues, I don't want to tell anyone when and how they shouldn't be a victim to anything, or when and how they shouldn't feel anything, because that can be problematic in itself. So it's complicated. Like, it's a hard line to teeter. It's just like, I don't know
Everybody
what
got to
he's
stand
dealing
on
with.
their side for sure.
So,
But I'm bipolar, so I'm gonna say from my
So
perspective,
you can speak from that perspective.
that everybody's situation is different and everybody responds differently. However, he's a billionaire. So one thing about being a billionaire that's different from people like me who got to pay $150 an appointment and I'm a regular nigga, you got everything in the world to help keep that shit under control.
True enough.
Are you utilizing that? And I don't fully blame him for that. I blame the people around him more for that. He's not, you know what I'm saying? Because those type of people are dangerous. And if they're using you for publicity, which as far as the Kardashian goes, their whole platform is built on there's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah, that's
then while you sick,
I think that's a valid response.
you know what I'm saying, they can take advantage of that shit. And if that shit is not under control, like it's a way to help yourself.
Yeah.
If you're not helping yourself and you have all the resources, then and you're still not apologizing, like you have to be held accountable at some point.
Yeah.
You don't get to just behave how you want because you're sick.
I agree. I
agree too. What you pointed out is something I wanted to harp on. Like, I think it's his support system, bro. Like, they don't help his situation. Me personally, like, I like Kanye more back then than I do now. I think that's the consensus of the masses. But I think ever since his mom died, bro, it's like he dove off the deep end and haven't been able to shake back. Like, he was a very sensible, smart, talented, artistic, creative guy prior to that event, and I swear after then it's just like went down here. And I don't think the Kardashians, like, I think they fucking milking him dry, like frying his brain, and like
I think it's mutually beneficial. Like, I'm not gonna put that all on them. Him being a billionaire is a lot built off of the Kardashian back at this point. So
that too. I think, like, on the mental aspect though, like he more mentally vulnerable than them, and I think they play on that. That's just I don't know them motherfuckers. Like you say, he got the resources, and hopefully he has someone on his team that's like originally on his team and didn't stem from his relationship with Kim to steer him in the right direction. But it don't fucking seem that way.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Don't fucking seem like that.
It really seems like.
And I want to say, man, y'all niggas was goofy for going to when that nigga was doing the
goddamn pastor shit too. Like, say all this shit is that.
Like, bro, this is.
Say it is that. Then Kim, this was like 4 days ago. You say, he's running for president. Like, you was just supporting that. So when did it turn from he's running for president to a bipolar episode?
Exactly.
And why 4 days ago didn't you notice that when he said I'm running for, like, it doesn't even make sense logically from your support system. Like, you don't have to make sense logically when you're going through that, because that shit is crazy. But the people around you are not supposed to just like let that shit keep going and going till it rolls into that. That shit is not.
But it seems like kind of orchestrated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like his PR and all that. Like when he does shit like announce he's running for president, it's like a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's pushing that shit.
Because he announced he's running for president and he said he's anti-abortion and
it's not in the Bible.
Like anti-immigration. He said some weird shit, anti-immigration, I think. Like,
probably.
And that's when they thought he was losing it.
Even if it's not like a bipolar episode, like in the climate that we live in 2020, is it okay for someone like Kanye West to announce that they're running for president? Like,
I mean, I think I see where you're going with it. Like, bro, stop playing with this shit.
Yeah.
Like, this
I
shit ain't nothing
mean,
to play
in a
with.
time like 2016, was it a time for Kanye to say, make America great again and be kissing Donald Trump in the fucking ass? Like, it's never a time for that shit, but he has continuously done it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always an excuse for his behavior. Like, he's never been held accountable. Like, our community welcomes him back every time, and I think that's crazy. Like, and I think it's a real reflection of how we act towards everybody. Like, you can do whatever you want to us, and we're just gonna let you back in. Like, say sorry or don't. You know what I'm saying? Make a good song, R. Kelly, and we gonna let you back in.
I ain't listened to Greatest Sex in like a year now, man. I've been staying strong to that, but no bullshit. But Kanye, you wildin', bro. You giving people false hope. So I do agree with the statement that you would take away votes from whoever the better candidate would be over Donald Trump. And bro, just stop it. You in the way. And y'all stop being fucking monkey see, monkey do ass niggas and don't fall for the bullshit.
Niggas still gonna vote for him too. Watch. So
if his name on the ballot, for sure. For sure. The same niggas that go out and buy them Yeezys probably gonna vote for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he don't even have to be on the ballot. Like,
they might write his ass
in.
in. Yeah, Lord Jesus.
And just think if that those 20,000 people were to vote for, I don't know, Joe Biden, whatever, that could be the deciding factor between a Joe Biden or another term of Donald Trump.
Shit, that's what happened last time, and that's how we got stuck with that nigga Trump.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts, man. Damn, I hope you get some motherfucking help, man. Like, can we please get graduation Kanye?
Right, the old Kanye.
Nah, that shit is dead.
That shit is dead, man. And so you know, Kanye been one of the people. He been able to reap the benefits of having a wife that's able to benefit off of her appearance, her likeness. You know what I mean? Pretty girl privilege is what I'm referring to. Like she up a billion.
I'm not gonna hold you. I disagree that she made it out pretty girl privilege. Like,
well, I'm saying not solely off that, but I'm saying some of that has factored into it. Like, if Ray J would have made a sex tape with a girl that looked like a dog or something.
I mean, that's just like the baseline of everything in the world. Like, pretty people do more things like in the media, like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think. I really don't believe that Kim Kardashian's empire is built off of just her being attractive. Like, I do think she's a highly intelligent person. The way that she flipped a porn tape, like, and as far as the community that she truly serves, it's still fucking little white girls. And she's helped her family eat for the past 15 years. Yeah. And they still on my fucking TV. And now it's 30 of them instead of 5. Like, that's not just her being pretty, like, and the privilege in that is her being white. It's not her being attractive.
And I agree that, but can we agree that what sparked her notoriety was her appearance, though?
No, bro, because Kylie Jenner was ugly as fuck.
We're talking about Kim solely, though.
Yeah, but she was pretty, but she wasn't even the person that she is today. She wasn't the fucking
no.
I feel like there's a lot of quote unquote pretty white women who were in similar situations. I just think the whole thing was extremely strategic, you know what I'm saying, by that family. I'm not really into the whole Kardashian shit, but from what I've heard, like, the mother, like, she was kind of the whole orchestrator that, you know what I'm saying, put all them in the position that, you know what I'm saying, give money like that. That's why it's not just Kim, you know what I'm saying, it's Kim and all the sisters, you know what I'm saying, so. Right,
the Kardashian brand is like, is inclusive of multiple parts, yeah. I understand that. I was alluding to something else, but what I want to dive into is just like how women who are on that more attractive side are afforded privileges that someone that might be the average Joe might rate her like a 4 or 5 or 6. You know what I mean? As far as her appearance, a pretty woman is afforded more privileges from a minor side to a major side in like everyday life, you know what I mean? And it's like a real thing, and people like really, make decisions on how to treat people based on that. You know what I'm saying? I think we've all seen that. And Terry, I want to start with you. Like, have you seen that in action before? Like, I'll give you a example at the club.
Yeah.
At the club.
Yeah, I can already play out this scenario.
You know what I mean? You and 6 of your homegirls, all y'all pretty attractive. You know what I mean? Y'all get a lot of attention on camp. Let's take it back to like college or something. Yeah. Y'all get a lot of attention on camp and whatnot. Y'all might get into the club free, huh?
Absolutely.
No waiting line. You know what I mean? But little Sarah, might not be the most attractive. Her threads ain't the nicest.
Yeah.
She gotta wait, pay $20. You know what I mean? She got to bring another $50 in with her if she want to drink.
That's true.
I know you met girls that could go to the club with no money.
Yeah.
And have a night of their life.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? And even like starting there, we're all now in corporate America. Prettier girl with no qualifications to get the promotion over the.
Do you think that?
I seen that happen, bro.
I haven't seen
For
that.
black people too?
I done seen that happen. I don't work for like 3, 4.
For pretty black girls?
Oh no. Yeah, let's be clear. I mean, it may happen for a pretty black girl, but it's like this is more so pretty white women that get afforded that privilege in corporate America. But
I've never seen it.
Yeah, bro. Like I done seen it.
I don't think I've seen it personally.
I think that as far as it being solely on them being pretty, like you might be having a uniquely experience.
It could be. It could
But
be.
I don't
mean,
doubt that
it's
I'm not saying
portrayed.
it don't exist.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
have you seen like just a person a white girl get promoted just off of the merits of her look, like not being capable of the job?
Well, from our experience, like these companies care about their money first, and if they feel like you ain't gonna do well,
Like not to say it don't happen. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 out of 4 people in the room ain't never seen the shit. We all done worked a long time.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I done seen it at multiple companies. Like, and it's not even just cause she come to work, do her job, and she just happen to look pretty. There's some little flirting going on. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't think everything is gendered though. Like I think that a lot of times you make things gendered that just aren't. America is a vain country. Vanity matters, looks matter.
Yeah.
Maybe at a club, a girl will get them free, but there are places that men can go and a handsome, attractive man will get treated better than an attractive woman would. You might go to the club and the bottle girl won't talk to your girl, but she'll talk to your homeboys and be very polite. It's not really about being a man or a woman. It's about being attractive. Like
yeah, and I agree with you on that sentiment too. Like you'll see incidents where I know we all roll public transportation. A guy might give a nice looking woman a seat before he'll give a woman that he's not so attracted to a seat. Like,
Yeah.
look, it be little shit like
That
that.
shit
Like I
happens
notice
for
on the
real.
day to day. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like that shit is a real thing. And
but at the same time, a woman might stop and talk to a man she thinks is attractive and not stop and talk to a man she thinks is unattractive that may be super wealthy. Like it goes both ways. It's not
Definitely.
it's not just one way in any capacity. Like it is we are vain. It's about vanity, it's not about genders.
yeah, and you know I can only speak from my perspective, but I do want to acknowledge it's not gender specific. Like there is favoritism for a handsome man over a man that might not be found as handsome, but
Right.
I think like as far as what we see portrayed in the media and in movies and shit, the bad chick is gonna be up.
My only question is like, is it okay?
No, not
I
at all.
I don't think so, bro. Like I don't think so. Like life ain't fair. You know what I mean? I don't think life is fair, but at the same time, like when we talking about things as far as like people's livelihood, like you know what I mean, and just how you generally treat a person, like treat the same. Like this woman you might be attracted to, treat her in the same nice, kind manner that you would treat this other woman. Like if it's gonna be solely based off appearance, like I wasn't raised like that, and you know what I mean. I don't feel it. Like I try to avoid that, bro.
Which we all know is real though.
Yeah,
It's
That shit
real.
happens.
It is, and but it's not fair though. And
Yeah.
maybe I speak more from the female perspective, but I see it a lot with women and how men treat women, and it might be that whole like power dynamic thing where there are just as from a race perspective, there are a lot of white people in power because they are the majority versus black people. There are a lot more men in power than there are women. So you see a lot of men that will kind of enforce that stereotype on women, whether it's in the corporate realm or if you go into the club. I mean, you see the dudes standing outside the club and they just like, oh, you pretty, you pretty, you pretty. Y'all can get in free. Here's y'all a section and some bottles and whatever else y'all
solely
want.
on looks because they might want to get with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know,
But at the
which
same
that's
time, every woman don't like that shit. Like a lot
Absolutely
of women
not.
often feel extremely uncomfortable. So what you're saying is privilege. Like they're disgusted with it. Sometimes they're seeing that shit as assault. So like, is it a privilege to get men all in your face because you're attractive all the time? Like,
It's never a privilege.
you know what I'm saying? Like
it's only a
still at the
privilege
same
if you
time.
capitalize off of it. And
And sometimes you can. You can get a free drink.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I'm
even
saying?
that,
Get
what
some
is
shit.
that? That's temporary.
yeah, and it is, and I didn't mean like privilege on a like comparing it to like
No, I
white
get what you're
privilege
saying.
or some
Yeah,
shit. I'm
for
just
sure.
saying like it exists,
Right.
and what I kind of wanted to lead to is like a lot of times I see it pit women against one another. Like
What happens? Weak women.
this woman A might be mad at woman B because woman B got showed favoritism because of her appearance, and goddamn, my nigga, I didn't design my own genetics. Like, why you mad at me? You feel me? And that's the problem it creates. You know what I mean? And the person that projects that, they might not mean no harm. They just more attractive than you than her, but it's crazy how, you know what I mean,
It
that does
happens.
something to someone's psyche, you know what I'm saying, it causes a rift.
Yeah.
It still goes both ways because men who get rejected shoot up schools. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
for sure.
like, it's just
For sure, yeah, we suck at taking rejection, you know what I mean, as a whole, so.
I think challenge with it is though, it's like, what the fuck can you really do about it? Because I mean, 9 times
people
out
don't
of
do what
10,
they do.
if you ask somebody straight up, you know, did you show somebody favoritism based off of their appearance? Most people gonna say no.
Yeah.
You know what
What
I'm
is
saying?
favoritism? I wonder. Like, what is that?
I mean, pretty much what we've
You
been
mean
talking
like
about. Like,
on a jobs, like on a
well, favoritism could really happen anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It could happen in the club example they said earlier.
so like
It
pick
could
one
happen-
girl out of like a group type shit. I'm trying to visualize it. That's it.
All right, let's take the example they just talked about. Like, you see, I don't know, a group of friends or whatever. Like, you might only think one is attractive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might choose to do something for that one instead of the group or instead of for another one. I mean,
Like,
Yeah.
and just I'll give it more context. Even like, say for instance, it's cold outside, my nigga, and
Right.
these girls they dress the party inside the club. You pull her out, all of them cold, but you pull her out solely because she look nice,
Yeah.
and you leaving her friends out to dry. Like, bro, these women, like, come on,
Yeah.
be kind.
So should all the women suffer,
Mm-mm.
or should the unattractive friend be giving it?
Not at all. I think like if you gonna extend that favor, like just do it for the group. You feel me? Like if you're able to, you know what I
But
mean?
what if you're not able to?
If
in
you're
many
not able
cases
to,
you are though. In many cases you are.
So here's
Supply
my
a jacket for a group of people?
No,
I have never been
I'm not.
able to.
Well, obviously not that.
No, like let them in the
example.
club. Yeah, let them in the club.
Yeah.
Where it's
Oh,
warm.
I was talking about
Yeah.
the jacket shit.
Oh yeah,
no, no,
don't
no.
don't be that specific. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's what we were talking about.
Well, yeah,
like-
but I said in many cases, you know, not speaking on the jacket situation, but like, I've seen plenty of instances where, you know, some nigga might have a section in the club and tell a whole, you know, group of chicks, you know, y'all can't come, but this one can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can easily have these people in your shit if you want to.
And I think we all done seen instances that'll happen, right? So the girl that got afforded the opportunity, she gonna slide. The friends get left behind, and now they got beef
That's
with her
the answer
for.
to the question though. It's like, what can you do about those things? Like, for me and my crew, we're not going for that.
If ain't
Yeah.
one, if I can't go,
And
one,
that's
If
real.
it's not one, it's not. If it's
I'm
not
not gonna hold
all,
you. I
it's
just
not
seen
one.
girls take liquor from this section and take it to that homies, like, so at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
I'm not
And you know, some people use their privilege and show love to they partners that might
Right.
not
But
be
then-
afforded their same privilege.
I think it's kind of a gray area in that because if I'm out with 4 girls and one guy wants to talk to me, how much attention is he supposed to show all of my friends if his focus is me? Like, is that still pretty privilege, or is right now he has a goal?
Yeah, he's just running down.
But what if that includes coming to his section?
I
but
agree,
see,
like, it's so
the thing-
vague. Like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
allowed to hit on people. You're allowed to
Yeah, so at what
you're
point,
allowed
like,
to
when is it
choose.
pretty privileged? Because, like, I feel like if they picking one out the crew, it's because it's a reason behind it. Like, I've seen pretty privilege, don't get me wrong. But in those situations, yeah, like, I mean, if you want a girl, you gonna not shoot at her because, you know, you can't afford to buy all her friends a drink?
Nah, yeah. I
Because
get what
even
you're
if
saying.
I could
Shoot.
afford it, and granted today
Do I
I
have
might
to?
buy. Today I might do that shit because I really fuck with her friends. But at the beginning stage, why? Like,
Who are they?
like,
Yeah.
No, fair.
No, yeah.
Like, I don't think, you know, I don't like the expectation that a guy should be able to do for the friends as well to get the girl. Like, I don't think that's not logical in my head.
Because are you gonna buy all his homeboy shots? Because that sounds crazy. Like,
You feel me? Like,
You
this
know-
could be a good dude and he may only make $60K a year. He can't really just be out here buying 15 shots of Patron because he want to talk to this one girl.
Yeah, nah, and leave that bitch at the bar if she expecting you to do all that. But I don't agree with that. But what's crazy, I don't know if you have Pfeiffer J or Terica. I've never run into a woman that expects that. Like, I see it on social media, but I've never seen it in
I see
person.
it.
I've seen it a lot. Of
Girls
times.
will legit not entertain a guy because he won't buy the friends a drink.
and shit on him.
And like, I'm talking like legit. Oh, he ain't got enough.
That broke ass nigga.
Yeah.
Young nigga,
Sheesh.
nigga.
Yeah, it's me. I think he's
But
financially responsible.
It's very common.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
I feel like in that event, that's just not the chick for you, right?
True.
Agreed.
True.
I think that's just not the chick for you, bro. And that's, I mean, if y'all have, and clearly they have success with it, and you know, shout out to the
me,
dope
that's
boys.
different from like, I don't know, I guess that's the gray area that we're talking about. It's different from pretty privilege if you're just trying to holler at somebody versus the dude that's letting people in the club be like, okay, you come here and you can get in for free. That's different. And all my friends
True.
think
that's about it.
Pretty privilege is sweeties. Sweeties.
so.
Oh,
So
yeah. Okay, yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into that.
Pretty privilege is sweetie. Not that she's not talented, because I love her style. I think she would exceed very well in the fashion industry. Like, she has a very nice style about herself. I think she can do like real good cosplay type stuff. Like, have y'all ever looked at her Instagram? How much she could change her identity and stuff. Like, she's really good at that.
Right.
Her music may serve its purpose for whatever generation is listening to it, but it is not very, very good music. But because she's so attractive, I think it.
Sweetie reminds me of Black Iggy.
Who? Who's that?
I think
Iggy Azalea. She's the Black Iggy, and I feel like
Black Iggy.
I feel like
Iggy
if we
had
let
the thick
Iggy
booty.
Azalea happen, then we have to let Sweetie happen. Because
Right.
we let this white bitch happen, so we gotta let this bitch happen. Like, granted, I don't love her music. It's again not for me.
It's
but
not for me either.
We let Iggy happen, and they are the same. So we have to let Sweetie happen. Like, that's like period.
But I think like her style, she's gorgeous. She has so much personality. It adds to her music and it makes it work. Like, I will go stream a Sweetie song. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna hold you.
It's catchy. It's okay. It's like you hear it and you like, girl, then you like tap in. But it's not.
Into everything for me not to say tap tap tap.
You should have said
It's catchy.
That was too much.
That would have been great marketing.
I
like
wonder,
that shit.
is pretty privilege the reason why people hate Sweetie?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
People hate her.
People been mad at her already.
People, when
my
she drop anything, they get mad.
But I don't know if that's necessarily privilege, because like a lot of pretty women are successful without having to deal with that shit. Like, so being hated on for being attractive.
But
Yeah, you are a subpar rapper, but there are a lot of Quavo is a subpar rapper. You know what
He's
I'm saying?
not attractive though.
I mean, some people think he is.
He.
Alright, I would think of another person.
No, it's nothing. He's not an ugly guy, but he's not like he's not talented.
I
But
see
he's
what you're
not.
saying.
So
I'm seeing women thirst after.
Some subpar rapper who don't have to deal with what we talking about with Sweetie. So that's a gender thing, which I don't think is fair that she has to carry that. Like,
Nah, it's
just
bullshit.
Especially being so
My
unproblematic.
nigga, I didn't design how I was gonna look.
Yeah.
And she's not problematic. Like, she's not in
She
drama.
really be in her.
Yeah, she just be having a good time.
And My Type was a good record to me. I like the My Type record.
I did too.
But this new one,
What's the name
it's
of
not
that
for me.
freestyle
That's all I
that
say.
You don't like tapping.
But I like her little verse on
that
Mulatto.
pretty bitch freestyle is hard too. Like, and I don't even like Sweetie, but them last two shit she put out was like, they weren't terrible for her. Like, I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
I've been catching hater vibes all week. Just
I've been
people
catching
like
hater
really
vibes.
upset.
Like I said,
Like,
she's not trash.
like people really upset.
I've been
Her
looking
music
at the
serves
shade
a purpose.
Are they
the
upset
things
because
that
her
people
music's
are
not
saying.
good, or-
It's just like,
I think they're
hey,
upset because her music's not good, and probably because like a lot of her popularity is her attractiveness.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
her music is okay.
So-
Like, it's fine. It is Iggy's music.
So basically, people are upset because her music's not great, and people feel like she doesn't deserve to be where she is.
As if she can't be liked for being a good person.
And
That's my whole thing.
And she also worked to get there. Like, like it or not, like she built a
a lot of the
platform.
music
Right.
we consume is not great.
It's
So
not. It's catchy.
Why are we holding her to this standard that we're not holding?
People just
everyone
got
else?
hate in their heart, man. People
And
just
that's
got
and that's
hate
what
in
it
their heart.
boils down to.
Yeah.
Like, because it's a lot.
You
of
hate
bullshit
yourself,
that comes
like-
out.
Let that shit
Like,
ride.
what's that Mexican kid that rapped
Uh,
with the dreads? Lil Pump. He's ugly and don't do nothing with music, but nobody has ever talked about that.
No, they just let it. Oh, just
You know what I'm saying? So why she got
Yeah,
to
she got
got a
called.
point.
Oh,
She
not
did.
right.
That's fair.
So I guess we slick circling back. You know what I mean? Next topic is why do you guys think men and women cheat? Like, what drives men and women to cheat in committed relationships, bro? Who want to spark this shit up? Terry, let me let you spark.
Go
it
ahead,
up.
T.
You always start with
Cuz.
I don't know. I honestly.
So none of your homegirls ain't cheated
I
before?
gotta,
You ain't gotta say no names. We
have
ain't
any of
gonna
my
feel.
homeboys cheated before?
Hell yeah, they have.
I mean, sure.
That's right.
I know a lot of people that have cheated, you know. What sparks them to cheat? I have to, maybe this is not the best answer,
Spit
but
your
they
shit,
just
dog.
weak individuals.
We individually
They just weak.
shit.
If you want to be out here being free to do whatever you want to do,
Be like Will and Jada. No?
be single.
Yeah.
Be single and do what you want to do, but you know, don't be out here putting another person through turmoil, damaging them spiritually and emotionally, and just want to hold on to them. That's selfish. You know what I'm saying? That you doing that at someone else's expense, and I believe in karma, so I do believe that that's gonna come back to you in some form of fashion.
So you ain't never cheated before then, huh?
I've never cheated before,
Okay, I salute you.
and I can say that
I salute you.
with the utmost.
So if I reach back to my contact back where you from, they gonna cooperate that?
They gonna cooperate.
Even in high school? Or high school don't count?
High school counts.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's never been my thing. Now, I'm not saying that just because someone cheated that they are just like this low down individual, but for me, I always knew from an early age that was never my thing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I salute you. I salute you. Fight.
I don't know, bro.
You don't know?
No.
I feel you. I feel you. Jay.
I wish I would have gave that answer.
You good. You good. Jay, what you think, bro?
I think T is right. I mean, I think it's some weak shit. You know,
Some weak shit.
It's wrong, but it happens for different reasons. But I also don't think it happens for a specific reason for men and a specific reason for women. You know what I'm saying? I think it could be different reasons for whoever.
What's a couple of different reasons? Cause we're gonna keep it a bean in here. Like we're gonna do this shit. We're gonna keep it a shit a bean. We got partners, and I myself have cheated. I'm guilty. Statute of limitations up. Beloved and redacted. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But I've cheated before, and I'm really hurt that y'all calling me weak. Yeah, I'm like, God damn, I did some
call you weak.
I did some things, but that's the old me. Yeah, it's weak moment. The flesh is weak.
Yeah. How many times can you have a moment before it's deemed weak?
Huh?
How many times can you have the same moment before you're considered weak?
I mean, look.
Okay, my bad.
I'm talking to Jay right now. I'm asking the question. I'm asking the question. Jay.
Yeah.
What's some of the reasons our men's done told us that they cheated? What's some ways they rationalized? We gonna get to that.
My bad. Let me stay back here.
I mean, to be honest, like, it could happen from any reason, like from what, you know, Jada was talking about, how she just wanted, you know, to feel something, wanted some attention. Like,
feel good.
It can happen for that. You know, sometimes I guess people might do it because they feel like they can get away with it, and they have, you know, weak moments. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not the expert on cheating, so.
I like how this nigga Jay playing, so I'm gonna have to be the bad guy today.
I don't cheat, so.
I'm gonna have to be the bad guy today. So I'm gonna give my spiel on why I feel like men cheat. So, and here's the disclaimer. Before y'all get in the comments, or before y'all try to come at me, here's a disclaimer. I do not agree that cheating is okay to do. This is just some of the thoughts behind the action, you know what I mean? So, one reason, niggas is greedy sometimes, and I mean, I honestly feel like it definitely in our lifetime, but dating back years, men have been conditioned to, oh, the more women you have, the better. Like, that makes you more of a man, and it's bullshit, you know what I mean? That really don't add no value to you. That shit unsafe, and a lot of the times niggas be dealing with multiple women, making multiple kids, and they'll be taking care of them.
Like, you can do that without cheating, though.
Yeah, you can do that without, and you can't do that without cheating, but at the same time, like, I would even go as far to say is niggas that have a girl that they're committed to get more clout behind having multiple women, like, in a sense, maybe not today, but barbershop talk, like, you might know a nigga married and still he got other bitches. Like, I know motherfuckers that known married around the small city I'm from and had another girlfriend running around that same small ass city, and motherfuckers was raising the roof by the shit, you know what I'm saying? So one thing I think, you know what I mean, is just a repeated habit that we have to break, because motherfuckers just always been like hyped up, like have as many women as you can so you roll oats. Like I think that definitely has something to do with it. Then too, I also think some men, like, they just greedy and they don't have no self-control, like.
Then I gotta ask, like, if they knew they would get caught, would they still do it?
If they if they knew there were like definite consequences.
If they knew they were definitely getting caught and it was consequences, you think niggas would still do it?
I think if they have a serious problem, like an addiction to that shit, like some niggas are serial fucking cheaters, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the thing. I think some niggas would still.
It's like a sex addiction, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
it's just real.
And other times, like from my experience, like a lot of times I talk to different niggas, old niggas, young niggas, even myself. They might have been missing something in the situation with the woman they were with. Like maybe she wasn't good in bed as, you know, their mistress or another girl they dealt with.
Right.
So they still love her, but they want to get the fulfillment in bed too. That's too much like right. That's too much like right, and that's easier said than done. Like men are horrible as it pertains to breaking up with women. Like a nigga will sabotage some shit in an effort to get her to break up with him before he breaks up with her. Cause so one, like I mean, honestly, we be on some soft shit sometimes. Like we call ourselves like saving face and not wanting to hurt her feelings, which you know is it. I see both sides of it. Like in your head it makes sense, but at the same time you doing more damage. You feel me?
Right.
And then too, like it's just easier. Like breakups aren't easy. You feel me? Like if I think I can get away with having me a little thing on the side to keep me happy and everything copacetic at home.
So y'all would rather damage another individual emotionally?
Selfishly would rather take that risk, yes.
Wow.
When it comes to that. And it's not right. I mean, the right thing to do and the thing that requires courage is to either communicate and let her know she's not doing it for you and go your separate way, or just, you know what I mean, just let her go. Like, just let her go.
Well, you know, everything is kind of easier said than done.
Easier said than done, bro.
So
like,
why are some of the reasons you think that women cheat?
I think women be settling and don't be happy with the guy that they might settle for. Like they'll choose the safe guy, but they're gonna cheat with their fantasy. And it's not just women. Like I think a lot of times men marry the safe girl too.
Right.
But they're gonna cheat with the girl that's gonna do all the nasty fantasies they got. You know what I mean? But women, from my experience, like just from having homegirls and shit, women like do a lot of goddamn revenge cheating. Like they'll flirt and shit, but normally from my experience, like if she a decent woman, she's not gonna cheat first. Like she might do a little flirting, and we could define whether or not if flirting is constituted as cheating. But from my experience, it's she's missing something. Like she's not getting that love
so,
at
like,
home.
Pretty much what I'm hearing on the men's side and women's side is like there's an emotional aspect, it can be, and it's a physical aspect too, and it's not just limited to either men or women.
Right. So I guess I know you say you've never cheated before. You have known people.
Oh yeah.
That so would you say a lot of times men and women, do they cheat solely for sex, or is there always an emotional attachment? Like can women cheat and it just be for the sex? Just like, cause you know the common thought is like men could cheat and not care about the chick that they cheat with, but when women cheat, oh, it's a big deal because they love the dude. And
I mean, I've known females that cheat and that also, let's say they just single and they just want to engage in hoe activities or whatever, or not say hoe activities, but be
Hoe is like
promiscuous.
Yes, thank you.
That's a myth that men have made up to make themselves feel better about the fact that women sometimes just go fuck who they want when they don't.
Men can be promiscuous too.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that men, to protect their pride, have created this narrative where she's in love with him. That's why she's fucking him, not just
because she enjoys it.
Oh yeah.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen that Spike Lee shit on Netflix, man? She's Gotta Have It.
The series?
Yeah.
I started watching it.
That's one of the worst things I've
It wasn't good. I only saw a couple episodes, but I did think it was dope.
Spike Lee thing, right?
I did think it was like it was dope because like I've met women like that. Like they seriously.
I've met women that just like they enjoy just like having sex,
Yeah.
and they like who they're having sex with. They don't like to put laws.
I don't know any
boundaries
women
behind
who
it.
don't. Like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
might know one woman out of like 50 who ain't just out here. I'm talking about single women, not people in relationships. That's not just out here doing what they want. Every single girl I know,
They
live
do
her
At
fucking
some
life,
point in
you
her
know what I'm
life, she
saying?
is
Like,
going to get out there. Like at some point.
Yeah, and it's okay if that's what they want to do. It's fine.
Women are sexual beings, bro.
Do y'all think a lot of times, sometimes like cheating can stem from like not having those experiences in your younger years and settling down too early?
I think it's 1,000,001 reasons shit
Yeah.
can happen.
So many.
No.
That's one of 1,000,000.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It can be a number of things for anybody, but definitely when it comes to women, back to what you were saying, like we often think that okay, she's lacking something, or she's emotionally unstable. No, bitch, she just wanna fuck.
She horny. You
That's
ain't been
it.
putting it down. Like, that's
Yeah.
it.
She gotta
bro.
get it in,
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? Like,
It happens.
somebody gotta hit that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, it'd be a multitude of reasons, and
Yeah, and you know, kind of on the opposite spectrum of that, you know, people always think that men only cheat, you know, just because they just want to fuck bitches.
And that is not emotional.
And it's not emotional, but that's not always true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
it's true.
It works
We
both
gotta
ways.
stop gendering things.
I
Shit
agree
is
with you
just
100%.
life, man.
Yeah.
Like,
And
that's
and
what's wrong with shit today. Like, we keep making shit separate issues. It's,
Yep.
it's a regular ass issue that everybody.
I mean, people are human, so everybody's gonna deal with this shit on
Yeah.
different levels.
but I think we all know shit has been portrayed a certain way for so long,
Right.
and up until our generation.
We
we
have
like-
to stop
We gotta-
perpetuating it.
Yeah, and I think our generation is doing that somewhat. You still got some folks
Somewhat.
like they so heavily influenced by their parents, and they've been
Absolutely.
told, "Don't
I
you
mean,
step out of line."
That shit's hard
Hell
as
yeah,
shit, you
we
know what I'm
get
saying?
it.
That shit's
Hell yeah, bro. Like I have to, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I
I've been
think
around
that's
since I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always been. I've
I
always been
agree.
on
The
one.
gender bias, even in the gender bias and gender roles, especially for them relationships. Like I think our generation is starting to like
Right.
view it differently, but we still have work to do. Like
It's
Yeah.
so interesting because I know so many people that still like old fashioned, and I think that's a really interesting concept in 2020. Like,
I don't know how it works.
I don't either. I've only seen it work for real with like white couples because obviously the wage gap, so they can afford to leave a woman at home. But as far as we go, we all working, so. I don't see why anybody should take care of another person. Like
I don't
we
either.
can take care of
Thank
each
you.
other,
Yeah.
but you know,
Absolutely.
That's just,
Exactly.
I run into this all the time in my hometown. Like women still believe that their man is supposed to take care of them, and I'm not saying that women are supposed to bring oh so much to the table, but you literally have like nothing to bring to the table, but you expect someone to take care of you just because you're a woman. That's unfair.
and that shit is crazy to me. Like,
yeah, and it's just, I mean, if you got any, I'm gonna just jump out there and say, if you got any common sense, it's just not really attainable in
It's
this day
not.
and age. Like,
It's
motherfuckers, the cost of living is too fucking
well,
high.
I disagree
Bruh.
with that. It's attainable. I think that you have to be very selective with who you pick, right? So if what you want in 2020 is for somebody to take care of you, and you our age, find you a 50-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Find you a trapper of the year. He's probably gonna cheat, but he might
Yeah.
take care of you. You know what I'm saying? He might sacrifice something. You're not gonna meet a 28-year-old that can take care of you. It's like, we're poor, bro. You see what's happening in the world.
Yeah,
Maybe you don't because you don't
exactly.
watch the news and shit like that happens. But
Yeah.
Just find someone that works for you. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're 50 and they'll take care of you, good for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
do that shit, run that shit. But that expectation, like, that you just put off on everybody, like, nah,
It's
nigga,
unfair.
and then on the other side too, like, you know, most niggas now ain't expecting, you know what I'm saying, their significant other to watch the kids, cook dinner, like do all that shit all
Bow
the
down
time.
to
Like,
them, yeah.
you know, I was like, nah,
I don't know, man.
that's not realistic to me at least.
I don't know, dog. I do be feeling like sometimes it seems like these women have to do a continuation of what these niggas' mom should have did, bro. Like,
Yeah.
luckily,
I actually see that a lot.
luckily,
Mhm.
you know, niggas in this room don't experience that. Like,
Yeah.
it's some niggas don't even know how to do their fucking laundry still, bro.
I don't know no niggas like that, man. I probably just don't associate.
We're fortunate,
with them.
and maybe it's just niggas we see on social media. But yeah, a lot of motherfuckers ain't cleaning up after
Bro,
themselves.
I mean, bro, I think like, come on, straight up at this age, you should be able to do all that shit by yourself. You don't have to depend on your significant
You
other.
should be
nothing.
able to, and I'm gonna take it a step further. I don't feel bad for that bitch that's doing that shit. Like, if you have a nigga that don't do anything and like you're taking care of everything in the house,
Yeah.
you're dumb, bro. Like, oops, you slipped. He did great,
You're
bro.
choosing this.
Yeah,
You chose this
This
shit.
the life you want. So.
Well, let's. I think that's the
Chose
perfect.
this shit.
I think that's the perfect fucking segue
That's
then,
true.
man. That would be a red flag to me when I'm dating your motherfucking ass or considering locking you down, like.
To you.
Yeah, big.
But not to everybody.
Yeah, not to-
People go on and they
yeah.
They like, cool, this works.
Yeah, and y'all know FICO play devil's advocate, but
Yeah.
goddamn, I think people in general have a habit of ignoring red flags when they date, and they end up coming around to bite them in the ass on the back end. I think men do it a lot too, like that's just how women are, you know what I mean?
I think men do it a lot too, bro. Like,
Men do it all the
It's
time.
fine.
Bro,
Men
like,
live on a cloud
Okay.
for so long.
okay,
I'm
I'm
ignoring red flags. That's what we're talking about.
The flags are here, the cloud is here.
Of course.
Like,
I'm one of them.
such a pedestal.
It's me.
You'll see she's tweaking. What she wants is
Right.
unreasonable. You'll never be able to provide that shit. You'll just, like, I love her.
You wild, girl. What you doing though?
Here's me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I've been guilty of that shit too. Like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, I remember Redacted mom told me that she was a princess and I should have ran then. Because if you've instilled in your daughter that she's a princess, I'm sorry, beloved. I'm from Valdosta and I ain't really got no kingdom, so I can't provide a life that she might be accustomed to. You know what I mean? And she,
How old was y'all?
I was 19, not knowing any better.
Okay, 19
Not
is
knowing
fair.
any better. Yeah,
Now,
green.
when
You don't
the
got no
20s
life
when
experience
When the 20s hit and
19.
the bitch start saying princess, it's like, alright.
Yeah.
Take that shit somewhere else.
Yeah, it still was alarming at 19 though. Like, we was fucking, I don't know that. I remember that thing vividly, and I remember being in that seat across from her mom. Like, huh, that's funny you said that. That's a little weird, but it's funny. And then I'll be there, like, oh, this your little
Bro,
princess.
I mean,
for
at
real.
19, how much can you really even like do for somebody else? Like spend your meal plan on them? I mean, what?
Expectations were
Right.
high. You know that. Expectations were high. They was still
Yeah.
calling certain niggas broke niggas this and that. You know what I mean?
They were. They was broke too. Still saying that shit.
Where you went to college at, was that like, even though we all didn't really have shit, girls were still checking for the nigga that looked like they had shit, right?
I feel like at UGA it was.
Vanity.
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. It could.
You was inside studying because they was deaf checking.
They was there.
They was deaf checking for the football niggas.
I was about to
with the
say, I
charges.
definitely felt like it was the cleat chasers, right? That was just wanting some clout. But I mean,
But it's all like they look like they was having.
this is true.
You feel me?
This is true.
So yeah, and bro, like them red flags, like pay attention to them son bitches, like the red flags is real, like
It's fun sometimes.
and I think like it just leads. see that
I
be that
just feel
bullshit.
like we are just
Yeah.
past
What that
point
tweet
in our
said,
life.
yeah, now at going on 30, yeah, I can't.
You would think that, but bro,
But
motherfucker-
no, a lot of people aren't past that point. Like, and that, but that's what the alarm is. Like, all right, I'm 30, and you still.
And what
there, so.
this nigga Drake said at the end of No Guidance, I can't remember it right this moment, but I know what he said. I know you kind of crazy, but shit kind of intrigued me.
Yeah,
Like, no,
say that.
no, flat on the plate. Like, no, bro, no. She needs a therapist. That shit should not intrigue you, bro.
I was
Like,
gonna say the red flags transition from like being a princess and being like, oh, I'm this
To
and I'm that,
fucking
to
this
being
bitch
like,
is spoiled. Man.
Yeah.
Like, God damn,
to closer to
bitch.
30 and turn
Entitled
Yeah.
as fuck.
I
Like,
mean,
God.
sometimes
Can't have
you
no
gotta
full-
do that
no
shit
real
to be able to
conversation.
recognize
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
bitch, compromise.
Yeah.
Like,
Be
I would never
understanding.
go through that. That's for sure.
A lot of people don't see red flags until they're looking back. After
what is it that causes you?
Exactly.
So what is it that causes us to look past red flags as a whole? Like, you might not individually do it, but what's reasons you done seen people just like be blind to them shits?
Love.
Me personally, boredom.
Hmm.
Like, not really wanting nobody, but I'm bored and this person fell in my lap, so why not? Like, I know this ain't gonna last long, so why not?
So-
I would say stupidity.
True.
Potential.
Damn, she's so fucking blunt.
Yeah.
She's so
I mean, the shit be right. Like, I look, you know, I be saying shit like all the time. Like, women say exactly what they want, men say exactly what they want, and then niggas just don't hear anything. Like, and I think that happens a lot in relationships. Like, you like this person, but you haven't listened to a fucking word she said. Because if you listened to 5 of them, you would have had everything that you needed.
Right on my front doorstep, like, nigga, god damn, like.
I think a lot of people do like potential. You know, it's like they see you here, but they're like, you can be here.
Or they see you as a challenge.
That too.
That's the dumb one.
Yeah. And
That's
it's just like, they like, I can't get you here. You trying to fool somebody, but you know, meet people where they are, not where you want them to be.
Oh, that's real. That's real. So, all right, T, let me ask you this. So, are you single right now?
I am single.
You been dating?
Not really.
You ain't really been dating? Is it like due to COVID, or you just like, I'm focusing on me?
No, I think it's just men in Atlanta are not the type of men that I'm interested in.
They texting you at 10:32 p.m.
No, they act like women.
No, I just am not interested in the type of men.
T say y'all niggas ain't acting like some fucking hoe, man. Say y'all niggas acting like y'all got some twats. No, she said.
I did not say that.
So, okay, I asked you describe what you mean, like.
Before you say it, I understand you.
Thank you.
Ain't gonna lie, I do too, but yeah.
It's just, I'm from a different place than Atlanta.
Right.
Spoiled, entitled, but still act hard and like life was tough, but at the same time, like everything has been given to them.
It was a whole lot of front. I'm gonna take a piece from
you go to a nigga house and it's like, damn, you got a basement, a main floor, your basement fully furnished, nigga. Why you behaving like this?
Yeah.
Why are
You grew up here?
Niggas still
Yeah.
behave like that at our
Listen,
age.
But I
it's
think most of
30-year-old
all-
men that hit on me who still post videos of girls shaking their ass. Like, they go to parties and they're like zooming
In
in
the
on
house
every
party.
butt that's twerking.
I know what you're
Come
talking
on.
about. I know what you're talking about.
Jay, you a real east side nigga, so how you ain't turn up like these niggas?
What you mean,
I'm
bro?
saying, that came out wrong. Come on, you seen it, right?
Everybody in this room is from the east side, man.
Yeah. No, but y'all not niggas. I'm saying like Jay.
All right,
Jay grew up with these niggas.
Let my man talk.
Listen.
Let my man talk. Let my man talk.
I'm saying.
These bitches on the east side.
Listen. So what I'm saying is, Jason don't act like an Atlanta nigga. Like,
No, you don't.
Jason don't act like an Atlanta nigga, and I done seen what you women are echoing. Like,
Jason is nowhere close.
a lot of these niggas just do a lot of bitch shit. Like, just be acting
Wait,
like
hold
some
on.
bitch.
Jason, where's your family from?
Yeah, is any of your family
Chicago.
from Atlanta?
Exactly.
Nobody.
Okay.
Exactly. From
Okay.
Atlanta.
Nobody.
So
Nobody
you
from
so that's
Atlanta.
another thing.
Damn, we
People
gotta
who grandma, aunt, uncle, all of them got a house on the same block. That's them real. That's who I'm
Atlanta
talking
too.
about.
Right.
But like people like us, like my family is very northern.
Right.
Where you from?
My family from Ohio.
Yeah,
Chicago.
like that plays a part in it too. Cause I couldn't take that shit to my mom's house.
Yeah.
My mom want Tiffany on having that shit.
Straight up. I take
Yeah, I
you to
know
meet my pops. My pops gonna be like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Where you
That's
from?
about and I like these are small towns too. Like where my family from is small towns. They have
Yeah.
small homes. They have humble like neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So you know some of them don't have like a mall. Goddamn, it's like 3 stores.
Right.
So you talking about folks that like really don't have shit.
Yeah.
Whereas in Atlanta,
Exactly.
it's a lot of opportunity. Like not
Right.
to say people
Absolutely.
not struggling. Not to say that a lot of people aren't fucked up. But I know personally a lot of people I went to high school with
Yeah.
that weren't fucked up.
Yeah.
They
Right.
chose to be fucked up.
Right.
So like
Yes.
all the shit that was around them that they could have did,
Absolutely.
they chose to go that way, and that's what's really different about it. I feel like
Yeah.
Atlanta than other places.
The
I agree.
privilege.
Do y'all still feel like that's a problem in our age, like right now?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they still fucked
Absolutely.
up. They
Because,
fucked their lives up.
That's why I don't date
That's who they are
like,
now.
Period.
Damn.
And definitely,
'Cause I know-
definitely in Atlanta.
My household, my mom came from the hood. My mom
Right.
came from straight poverty. So the way she took care of us at home, it was to a point where like when you go outside, you act like how you was raised. So I was nothing like, you know what I mean? People who like said, y'all be in these big ass fucking houses. My mom got what she could afford somewhere near these big ass houses. So I do think it is like they're so accustomed to one thing that the other side looks interesting, and that's the route they chose. Whereas with us, it's like we know it ain't shit over there. We
Right.
came here for a reason.
Yeah.
I
I
dig
agree.
it. I dig. Well, I asked all that to say. So, when you are actively dating, what are some red flags that you like? No, I'm not even finna give you my time for real, nigga. Like,
I mean, I feel like if I could just build an Atlanta nigga right here in the
you
middle of
build
the
an
store,
Atlanta nigga.
that would be like the red flag. And I had
Oh, man.
No disrespect to Atlanta. I hope nobody that's watching this gonna be like, okay, bitch, fuck you.
They gotta get over it.
They got to.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do nothing to you.
But it's just like
Yeah,
everything. It's just like even when I'm out, my friends know me for this. Like I won't even allow any guy to like talk to me when I'm out because I can automatically tell when you approach me that this ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's everything about the approach.
Mm-hmm.
The way that you introduce yourself, the things that you say, the way that you look,
That's respectful.
What you're paying
everything.
attention to.
What you're paying
What made
attention
you? What
to.
you know that? Oh, I walked over here because such and such.
Yeah.
Yeah. You worried about the wrong shit
Everything
already.
about it is just wrong and off to me for what I value and what my moral compass says
Right.
is good for me.
Yeah.
So that's why typically
T ain't bullshit.
I just don't even date, honestly.
Right.
I be chilling.
It's here and there. If one fall in your lap, all right, let's see.
It's cool, but
Yeah.
it's few and far
Same.
between.
So-
a lot of people
Yeah.
don't believe that when I say like, they be like, cause I don't know, guys have this thing like, what you mean? Like women can't not date or women can't be like single and just be by themselves. Like
Yeah.
women do that and it's okay.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like women aren't just focused on having like a nigga.
Not
you
any
know?
woman that got some shit going on.
Not when
Yeah.
not when it's
And
not
the-
better
and
than
the
my
bitch that
piece.
is
Yeah. Exactly.
don't have nothing going on. Like you see that shit on the internet all fucking day. You talking
Yeah.
about like you want to be loved and shit. Like
No,
Yeah.
that's facts. So
Yeah.
so in the event one do fall in your lap, like so what is something like that's an absolute like maybe you look past something similar, the same thing in the past, but
Yeah.
you be damn you look past that shit again.
I think to me like
Is kids a red flag?
I'm not gonna lie. Kids used to be a red flag for
They
me.
used to be a red
Still
flag.
red
I'm
flag.
not gonna lie.
people are starting to age out.
yes,
though, like,
exactly.
unfortunately,
Talk to
like,
the so,
I gotta
so
reach
T,
30 first.
T respectfully, you know,
I feel you.
where we from, you don't ask a woman's age, but I'm gonna ask you. Mama, forgive me. How old are you, T?
I'm 28.
You 28.
I'm 28. So kids used to be a red flag for me. I'll be 29 soon. But you know, same thing you said, like we're closer to 30 now. There are a lot of people that have kids. And I think that previously coming from a small town and coming from the environment that I came from, I had this whole like traditional mindset of this is what it has to look like, but that's not everybody's norm or everybody's
Right.
story. So
Right.
I've kind of transitioned out of that where it's, you know, it's different now. And I understand that and I'm okay with that. So along with the age thing and transition out of that more conservative traditional mindset,
Yeah.
I don't have to have that anymore.
That's
Now
real.
if you got like 10 kids,
Which that happens. That happens.
okay, I mean, if you got over a certain number, it's just kind of like,
There's no way you can afford it.
yeah,
Probably.
you know,
It's probably a
Jokers ain't
stretch.
free.
You doing what you're supposed to do.
yeah.
You
got a couple that's not
one of them
uncommon,
things
though.
too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna copy one of them things, man.
This nigga act like they
That's what he
fucking
say every
big.
time,
Yeah, he kills me, man. Jay,
So I'm
so
gonna copy me a youngin.
bro, so
One of
what's
these years.
what's some red flags that you wanna, you know what I mean, that you might not have stayed away from or that,
Okay.
you know what I mean, you may have that you wanna just tell niggas, hey, bro, don't play with that shit. You know better. Or people in general, like it could work both ways.
Well, the first, you know what I'm saying, red flag is like you even like pretending like you might be on some crazy shit or
Here we go.
I don't play with that. 'Cause I like my life very,
Ain't no bitch finna blow up the spot.
I like
Jay
my
is
life
not with the
very
crazy shit.
predictable and stable, you know what I'm saying? I don't like a lot of erratic shit going on, you know what I'm saying? So
My brother, you sound like you done had somebody push up on you unannounced.
man, maybe a couple times, you know
What
what
the
I'm saying?
hell is a predictable woman?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Motherfucker
Well-
ride by your crib late night and tell you who you at your crib with.
No, that's childish.
Nah,
People
bro.
do it.
Yeah,
No,
that shit
fuck, that's
scary.
insecure. That's not crazy.
That is
That's
people
No,
insecure.
bro, that's crazy too.
That
No,
is
I mean, it's
a
not
form
even
of
insecure. If
craziness.
you rolling up on my house and telling me who I'm with, you are stalking
And,
me.
and threaten to knock on the door or some
But
shit like that.
the reason for doing that is insecure to me. Like, are you crazy?
Mhm.
Really? Are you?
nut.
You gotta go.
That yeah, I'm thinking.
You know what's
I
funny?
feel like crazy is like a catch-all word for
Yeah,
people who have
true.
a bunch of other problems.
I think insecure people are crazy.
I see what
Well,
you're saying.
I
speaking of
agree.
red flags,
Yeah,
I
the
think
same way.
insecurity is another big one.
Yeah.
If you insecure, that's a big
Absolutely.
problem. You know what I'm saying?
But how long does it
Absolutely.
take for you to notice insecurity? Because for me, men, it's very easy. And y'all, some men don't even, it be all over them.
It just depends.
But for women,
women conceal it.
I was gonna say, I think women do a really good job.
I think women conceal it well. They conceal it well with their dude, and they conceal it with their homegirl.
And some women, it's only certain things they're insecure about.
Yeah.
When a man is insecure, it shows throughout him all the way. But with women, it can be levels.
It's triggers.
Yeah, it's triggers.
It's triggers. It's triggers.
Insecurity is a big one, and narcissism is a big one for me too.
Everything about you, huh?
No.
No, I'm saying that.
If someone is like that, like, nah, I'm not digging that. Yeah. If I say something, like if I say, hey, you are making me feel, a certain type of way when you do these type of things, and then you try to flip it around on me, like, well, you made me feel this way. There's never any accountability on your part.
Right.
Those are narcissistic traits, and I don't want to deal with that in any aspect.
I feel that.
There's so many red flags. There's so many lists.
Yeah, bro. Honestly,
so many.
like the ones you ignore will be the ones that in your relationship. I guarantee. I guarantee. Like,
what about you? You got any?
Hell yeah, I got a couple. Like motherfuckers that like. I know everybody's emotions get the best of them from times, but motherfuckers that consistently can't control their emotions and bitch, you say something to me while you mad, I'm taking it to the grave. Like, bitch, you meant it, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's how you truly feel. Like, I've cut friends off behind that because, like, bitch, that's how you really been feeling. Like, say less. Like, and I mean, and I'm rational. Like, if I've been on some fuck shit and you say some shit while you mad, it is what it is. But, like, if you saying some shit like that's assassinating my character and, like, not a true representation of who I am, like, on some, I'm trying to hurt you because I'm hurting right now shit, that's a red flag to me.
Yeah.
Because, bitch, if you was a nigga, we have to box. Like, motherfuckers just don't, you can't let motherfuckers just talk to you in any kind of way. Any manipulative shit.
Yeah.
Any, like you say, narcissistic shit. And, bitch, like, you know what I mean? I think lying is a big red flag. Like, them little white lies, like, I think people slip up. I think people have their slip ups every now and then. Like, motherfuckers will lie by omission or something like that, you know what I mean? But motherfuckers that's like just, like, bitch, you just be lying. Like, you woke up today, like, what lie I'm gonna tell today? Like, all red flags, bro. Like, motherfuckers that just get blinded because the motherfucker they fucking with attractive and, certain moments, they make me feel like the best thing in the world. Motherfuckers will look past it, you know what I'm saying?
It's over for that shit.
Yeah, bro, that shit
like, I feel like people was a lot more accepting and of that type of shit when we was younger because people were still learning, you know what I'm saying? But at this point, nah, man, people ain't playing with y'all.
So that brings me like, so you might end up in a relationship and then these red flags become, they rise to the top, like, oh damn, like,
right.
But that's, you might know they told you about this in the front and you might still have some hope that y'all can work past it. So what is like fighting for love and when are you just being stupid? Like, I think it's a thin line, and I honestly think our generation, like, we get accused of giving up on love too easy. But at the same time, like, what's too easy and what's like, bitch, alright, this shit just ain't working.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, as soon as it feels like a job,
as soon as it feels
I'm
like a
I'm
job.
good. If I gotta fight, I don't really want it that bad.
If you gotta fight, so you ain't got no fight in you is what I'm hearing.
What do y'all even consider fighting? Let's hone in on what that means.
Well, kind of like what I was saying, if it feels like a job and it's like way more bad than good and it's really having a negative effect on me in my life, then I mean, I'm just not with it.
I dig that, and when I say you fighting for a relationship, I say y'all might have a falling out, right? If it's something y'all could come back from, go sit down and try to talk it out. Like, I think a lot of our generation, like, we grew up not knowing how to communicate because we didn't see our parents communicate. They didn't communicate effectively to us. So, and I think that's the majority. That's just my personal perception. But and I think when we get in these relationships, we don't be knowing how to communicate. Like, I just read a story today. This lady was talking about her husband and how great he is, but how they came from a place where she walk around with an attitude all day because she not getting what she need. He not knowing why she got an attitude. And he thinking she just don't want to be bothered, so he don't try to even attempt to give her what she needs because he feel like she don't want to be bothered. So I think that happens a lot, and I think the way I see it, fighting is sitting down with each other, understanding what a disconnect is, and trying to move past that and get back on the same page. Like,
and I agree with that, and that's why I asked, what do you mean by fighting for a relationship? Because I feel like there's a disconnect on what that means.
It is.
Because so many people are like super passionate about the fact that they won't fight for a relationship, and what you just said is like the simplest form of trying to keep a relationship together. So I don't understand what like other people are talking about. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
I get what you're saying.
So the whole concept of motherfucker gotta be with a motherfucker that's a serial cheater. No, that's you being stupid. You being stupid. Fuck that shit. Like they don't respect you.
See, I feel like if y'all even willing to sit down and have that communication, to me, I mean that sounds like a working relationship.
Yeah.
But that's not fighting. Fighting for it means that y'all are not in agreement about what he's doing. So are you going to continue to work on that relationship even though they continue cheating, or are you going to take your losses?
Right.
Like, because if y'all are fighting about it, y'all are already not on the same page. If it's just a matter of an open relationship, then I don't imagine there's going to be much argument there.
Right.
I would hope. Like,
even if y'all have issues, I feel like everybody has issues in their relationship. You know what I'm saying?
So I think a lot of times relationships. I think a lot of times relationships hit a spot where that your person might not seem compatible with you. Like you might just have an epiphany, like, damn, for a moment, like this shit was fire, but like honestly, I done grew this direction, you done grew that direction, and we really don't have the same ideals no more, the same relationship goals. So in that essence of trying to keep that kind of relationship together is pointless, because you're going to resent one another, in my opinion. But at the same time, if y'all, like, say for instance, y'all might disagree on one or two things here and there, and it cause a rift between y'all, like, being able to compromise, I think that's, like, effectively fighting for a relationship.
Okay. So it could be different interpretations.
Like say for instance, you might have got with a nigga and he was up financially, and fuck it, he take a L, you know what I mean? I think long as he not mistreating you, like you going through that valley with him, I think that's fighting for a relationship. It healthy fighting for a relationship. But any motherfucker that put you in a situation where you feel like you losing yourself, at that point you being stupid, man. That nigga 6 Lack, aka Black, he got a song, you know what I mean? It's all it's talking about. I don't want to lose myself trying to love you. And if you feel like you finna lose yourself loving who you trying to be with, you need to reevaluate.
That's what my interpretation of
fighting
was.
I agree. When you say fighting for a relationship or fighting for love, it sounds very one-sided in the sense of it's one person that is trying to basically pull the relationship back together and make it work, but that's not always the case.
And that should be the case. If you find yourself, you the only one fighting and you the only one unhappy and always inconvenienced.
But at the same time, it can be very like subtle. It could be undertones, whereas go back to like a nigga cheating. Like it's something in that, might be something in that relationship that he's not happy with, and then the woman or whoever, the other partner is trying to fight to make the relationship be more of what he needs, he or she needs, or so on and so forth. It's one person that's trying to please the other person, so it's just like if you're fighting for it in that sense, it's not necessary.
That's what I was going to say. I think the disconnect comes from if you don't have two people who genuinely care about each other and want it to work. I'm not going to want to fight. If I don't really want this, everything is going to feel like it's not worth the time. But if you got two people who know they truly care about each other, they both want to go in the same direction and willing to do what they got to do, they're not looking at fighting as a negative, like Fife said. This is what we got to do to get to where we got to be. But if it's one-sided, it's always going to be somebody feeling like they're doing too much and the other feel like you're doing too much as well. Because you may like that person, but you don't really care enough to move forward with that person.
I hate how one-sided it's become, because like I see on social media all the time, like if you find real love, you don't have to fight for that real love. And that's not true.
That's so false.
That's a misconception.
Been with somebody 25, 30 years, and you think that y'all not gonna go through no mud.
You change.
And fighting doesn't necessarily mean yell at each other.
Right.
Yeah.
People go through shit, and when you go through shit, it affects the relationship.
And even if you do yell or if you do get upset and you say some cuss words, that doesn't mean that's the end. Like, people get fucking frustrated.
Yeah,
like,
you gonna argue.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to argue, but that
argue.
doesn't mean you're literally fighting for something that doesn't need to be fought for. Like, you're going to fucking argue.
Yeah.
And like Spike said,
And I think people who have that mindset that no, in a relationship, if it's meant to be, there'll be no arguments. And I don't
it's
think
just
that's the
somebody who
case.
hasn't
Right.
experienced a relationship that goes both ways. They probably
Yeah.
was in a situation where they did fight and they didn't feel like it was worth it. It was too draining, and that's not something I have to do to get somebody that I care about.
Yeah.
So I think a lot plays into it. But yeah, that shit don't exist.
No.
Perfect don't exist.
Yeah.
Not at all. We're
So-
not perfect people.
So let me ask y'all this: if you get the sense of that the situation or relationship is draining you, is that a cue to stop fighting, or is that like you might feel that in a moment, but if overall the relationship is fulfilling, should you keep trying to persevere through that?
Every situation is different.
Mm-hmm. And something that may not drain you all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it may drain you in that moment.
Right.
But if you feel like it's draining you daily, get the fuck out of there.
Right.
I know for a fact the shit I like deal with like probably drains Marissa, but never to the degree where she like don't want to deal with it. Like she know what it is, and that's what I'm saying.
She
Like
loves
you fight
you.
for different shit.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
there's certain things sometimes you have to work through that's a little bit beyond both of y'all control.
Right.
But that's not to say that like it's not worth the work. Like
Absolutely.
Right.
It
Right.
is.
It's to each his own type.
Yeah.
yeah, everything is different. Everything is not worth the work. Like
No.
but everything is different.
And if somebody cares about you, and what they have going on may start to drain you more than they would want, they would figure out a way
Absolutely.
to stop that. You know what I mean?
you
Now,
think-
someone like I said, like if someone's in a fight situation, but this person is super selfish, so they're like using that as an excuse for everything. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a different type of drain. That's when you need to get the hell on, because now you're being manipulative.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody feels you feel like someone's draining you, like draining the life out of you, like that's
Get
not a
the hell
healthy
on.
situation
Right.
at all.
It should never feel
Right.
like
That
that.
goes back. You know what I mean? You
You
losing
should-
yourself.
It should drain y'all both
Yeah.
You
before it
shouldn't
drain
have
one.
to. Yeah, you shouldn't have
Right.
to put more into someone else than they're putting back into you. That's not healthy. That's the toxic partnership.
Yeah, and then I think a lot of people, some people keep fighting just because, like, you hear a lot of people say they don't want to start over. Like, I don't want to get to know another person.
That shit, I have heard that though. I've heard that. I've heard like, well, I'm not gonna say, but I've heard shit like that, and that's just like,
Hey, I'm gonna do you one better. Like, I know of a person, like, they stayed with a dude that they knew wasn't no good from, had another baby with him, even though they wasn't taking care of the first baby they had with him. Like, just cause, like.
and that's
it's
why I don't
easier
feel
to-
bad.
Yeah, that's stupidity.
Yeah, you don't.
You know
But
what
it's
I'm saying?
Who
it's
makes
like,
the same mistake twice?
yeah.
Yeah.
You have all the
Intentional.
information.
So that's the type of shit that happens, though.
Absolutely.
No,
That's the type
yeah,
of
we
shit that
know.
happens. Yeah.
Can't relate. I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't
But-
scared to move on.
Do you feel like there, for those people that haven't had a certain level of experiences, or maybe they just never had the people around them to say this is not healthy, that
Right.
you understand or show those people a little more grace, that you have to go through something to get that level of understanding? Or
If I'm their friend or something, yeah, hell yeah, because I think that's something you have to, like, you have to be prepared. Like, someone has to, I feel like you have to be kind of taught how to work for, like, relationships require work. Like, if you self-teaching yourself and shit and really not getting the proper exposure to what healthy
I mean,
looks
but
like.
what she's saying is that what some people deal with, most people have not experienced, or most people have not known knowledge of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you facing it and you don't know that you facing it, and
Yeah.
you just think that a nigga's tweaked the fuck out.
Yeah. How do you know it's a red?
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
how you
you
know it's a
don't.
red flag? It's
I
like
think
dealing
that's
with
life
it.
lessons.
Yeah.
That's when it
that's
becomes. That's why everybody's story different. Some people
Absolutely.
take 10, some people take 2 years. Like,
Yeah, and there, I don't think it's no rule to it. Like, everybody
Right.
threshold to fight, I think is different.
Different.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you gotta evaluate your situation. Like,
And you might not want to deal with that shit, and that's your right. Like I
Right.
seen people say shit like, "I told my girlfriend that, you know, I'm schizophrenic," and she left. That's her right. Like
Yeah.
if she don't want to deal with that shit, she is not obligated to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get into an accident, you paraplegic now.
and then if the person can't handle it, now you in a toxic situation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bitch
'Cause
goes
resentment
back
is
to the
gonna build.
bathtub, like,
Change for both. Yeah, you crazy as hell.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Split for the best.
Yeah, man. So I feel y'all, man. Shit. Anybody else got anything? Goddamn.
That's it.
You got anything, T? Shout out anybody, any brands you been fucking with, any black owned brands, anything?
I have some brands.
Shout them out.
You know, my friend, she has a business, My BGM Beauty. She sells hair care extensions as well as lashes. So you guys check out the website, My BGM Beauty. I'll be starting something within the next month or so, my personal YouTube and podcast. Definitely a launch pad off of you guys. So thank y'all for having me.
Anytime.
And having this experience. Absolutely. So more information on that soon. But
yeah, just passing tools. We would definitely.
What's your Twitter? What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is King KingTTEY. I play off Beyonce because I'm Beyonce fan, but you know, whatever.
I dig it. I dig it, man. Well, yeah, we enjoy having you.
Y'all sure appreciate you.
Y'all got anything else from the gang, from the team? Well, shit, man. We gonna wrap up episode 14, Short Change Podcast. We got King T in the building.
Yep.
Real nigga J, homie Fife, your boy Rob Mo. Arrest the officers that killed Breonna Taylor.
Absolutely.
And arrest those motherfuckers that had something to do with Vanessa Gilliam. Is that her name? Gilliam, yeah. Arrest those sick fuckers too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Black Lives Matter.
Peace out. Appreciate y'all tuning in.